couple of questions. Frans would agree that the emphasis on athletes attaining maximal strength training in traditional gym setting is overemphasized.
Yes, and that depends a little bit on what sport you do, right? If you're on the scrum, it's obviously a little bit different from you being a long jumper. But you need to be strong enough, because the only function that maximum strength training has is recruiting enough muscle fibers for the elastic components to do the work properly. And that's it. Basically means that if you look at what athletes are doing these days, is that they just do one session of 45 minutes a week in which some heavier maximum strength training is done. Once they're at that level, and they don't even try to push it, because if you push it, the negatives will outweigh the positives. Then the emphasis is much more on using that recruitment by pre-tension and good technique on the track in order to use elasticity properly. So I would say it's emphasized. Yeah.
How many other sessions would they be doing, and what are they focusing on?
Eventually, you do 2 strength sessions a week. One with, let's say, recruitment kind of stuff, not very ambitious. And one is based on what I call reflex training. So you use pathways that are enhanced by big reflexes, like cross-extensor reflex and things like that. And that are very much geared to neuromuscular fatigue. And both are 45 minutes, and both are not overly ambitious. And then the rest of the time is sort of done on the track.
Cool. And that's with the skills coaches and tactical coaches, or physical development with or someone who's focused on their athletic movement, running mechanics?
And let's say you have a high jumper, right? Then you very much look at how much time you need to recover from stuff, right? And then the main guideline is passive tissue. So how many jumps that somebody can do. Let's say my Olympic high jumpers, right? They can do jumps from a run-up in a safe way between 7 and 10 a week. So there's one session with 7 jumps or 10 jumps, depends a little bit on the individual, and then you back off. Then you can do about, so these boundings, right? Over hurdles or something like that, you can do 30 or 40 in a week. So that's one session of, if you take 6 hurdles of, let's say, 8 repetitions, that's it. Right.
And was that part of the reflex strength 45-minute session, or that's separate?
No, that's separate, right?
Yep.
So you have one maximum strength training, one reflex in the gym, one jump over hurdles, one from a run-up high jump, and then we did one session with sprinting, and one what I call the off-grid, all kinds of things that have nothing to do with high jump, and that's it. And that's
where the variability comes in.
We put the variability in everywhere, but that's to back off even more. That would be the limit of what you could do.
What would be sort of examples of exercises for the reflex strength session in the weights room?
That would be varying from single leg cleans or balance and then jump on a box. Okay. So actually where you mimic the patterns of running and jumping in a gym session. Do it in such a way with weight that is so low that you can do 5 or 6 reps, and then after 5 or 6 reps you have this spike of fatigue. That's typically neuromuscular. And then you recover from that neuromuscular fatigue, and then you can do your second. If you have something where the fatigue goes up very gradual during the repetitions, then it's not neuromuscular. Then you're actually taxing the muscles itself, the fibers.